Hi, I recently redid my bathroom, and one of the things I had to do was put in a new shower pan, and I've never done that before. I'm not a plumber. This was something I did as a DIYer, and I want to go through and show you what I did so you can see how easy it is. If it's something you've been thinking about, it's actually pretty simple. It's straightforward. I bought this shower pan off Amazon. The next video, I'm going to show you how I installed the where I got the shower itself from. The only thing I did different, I bought a new drain for this that's different than the one that came, and I'll talk about that as well. But this is a really easy project, so I want to take this opportunity for you to see everything. It looks like I forgot to push play. So let's talk about what's going on, what I need to do. The first part is I have the base plate in, the shower base in, but I have to redo all my plumbing because the current drain is here and I just can't get to it, even with an offset drain. It's just not going to be enough. So I need to set this and I need to redo all the plumbing. Before I can reset it, I need to put the shower drain in, and then I'm going to put a piece in here to help me hold this so I can exactly set up the plumbing underneath to make sure that everything lines up. So let's do the drain first. All right, let's talk about this. This is the Oatey style of drain. I'm sure you've seen all sorts of things about this. If you're looking up this video, you've probably seen it. A lot of different ones. There are several important things to this. First of all, there's the drain. Inside here, this is what's going to hold the 2-inch pipe in place. We're going to put that down over top afterwards. On the back, we've got the nut. You've got the gasket, and then after the gasket is a piece of paper or cardboard, depending on what your setup is like. Now, this is to prevent the gasket from twisting when it's getting tightened down. And it has to go in the order that you've got it. It has to be tightened down like that. Now, you're going to see different videos, different people doing different things. Some of them suggest silicone, some of them suggest plumber's putty. In my research, what I have found out is that silicone is the way to go because it is less likely to weaken. I keep dropping it. Less likely to weaken the plastic over time. And I'm going to apply about 1/8 to 1/4 inch bead around here and one around the drain itself. All right, let's just get this going. Brand new. Now I'm going to apply to both because I want to make sure I don't have any spots that I might have missed that water might be able to come through. I'm trying to avoid anything in the future that might be an issue. All right, so I got it there. Go ahead and seat this. We're going to put these on in the correct order. Again, the paper or cardboard has to go against the body. I'm going to put the nut on there. I'm going to finger tighten it. Not going to have that happen. Get a paper towel to start cleaning that up. This should be solid and shouldn't be moving anywhere. All right, so we're going to put this back in, and I'm going to show you my idea for marking where the drain pipe is. So here's the deal. The drain pipe has to go here, and I need to be able to mark where that is and set up for it. But I don't really have any good way to do that. So I came up with an idea in this articulated arm. It's got a 3D printed piece that is slightly larger than the 2-inch pipe. And I've actually already drilled holes here and put this in. So let's do this again. So this is the gasket that we're going to be putting in. So I'm going to put that in first. And I'm just going to see how this lines up. So I've got these. I can loosen them, tighten them as I need. Okay. Right now I feel like I'm pretty well centered in there. Let me see something once. All right. So this is tightened. That's pretty good. Okay. Now the problem is, the unfortunate part here is I can't just leave this in place. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove it, but I have the pilot holes for where this goes. And I'm going to leave that there. And then I can come back and just attach it right in that one spot. Okay. So let's take this out, put it outside of here. It's a small bathroom for now. So now I'm going to pull the subfloor up that I put in. I'm going to see what's underneath here. So now I got to redo all of this plumbing. Let's start with removing this. All right, now that I have this off, I want to know the length of this pipe. This one right now is 6 inches. So I'm actually going to go to six inches for my 1.5. And then I'm going to do a 2-inch pipe. And this one is currently 3.5. I'm actually going to do it at 8. So I'll be right back. No, 7 and 8. All right, actually, before I cut anything, let's go ahead and reattach our measuring, our marking. All right, let's take our drain, our 2-inch pipe. I'm going to put this right down in here. Use this as my stopper. All right, that's 6. All right, I'm going to try a 7-inch piece of pipe and see how that works. All right, I cut a piece of scrap off the other end, or off of the piece. I have a lot there. That was moving. Just stay on there just for a little bit. A couple minutes, that's all I need. I'm gonna go with 7. So the plan is to attach these 2 pieces first and then lay everything out. I'm gonna just put it on just temporarily so I can make sure everything lines up the way it should, because I can always take this off, but I don't want to put this piece on completely yet, permanently. So we're going to start here. Oops. Let's prime everything. So this was actually my first time using PVC cement. So what's important here is prime both sides, then apply the cement to both sides, hold it together, push and twist for 20 seconds. And that's really it. It was so easy to do. I'm going to come back over here. Now this connector piece, you see it's got some ridges there to make sure that when you tighten it, it doesn't leak anything. It's got a little divider in the middle. So I'm just going to push that straight on there. Okay. Once those are tight, shouldn't be any movement. Now I'm going to be taking this back off. Put these pieces. I'm definitely a little bit long. So I'm going to take this back off and I'm going to go outside and I'm going to trim that up a little bit again. It's fine. I'd rather be long than short. Oh, I forgot. I thought I unpaused it and I didn't. God damn. So I got it all lined up and I put a mark here and I set everything up and glued everything back. The important part was that I put a mark where the angle was. So I had that part. I'm actually going to reinforce right here where I just was. I'm going to reinforce this area first, and then I'm going to put the floor back on. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm putting this in here, mark off, put this down as far as we can. All right, that's where I need to cut for that. So I can put the whole thing together. All right, I took the other base off. I did not like it. It was not a compression base, really. So I want to talk about the difference between what I found and what I got. So this is brass. It's, you know, obviously nicer. The compression drain has a couple different components to it. One of which is All right, so we got a thicker piece of cardboard between those two. This is the drain, the piece that holds the pipe. And then we also have this piece that will screw down tight and it will hold it and compress it. And the other one didn't have that. So I'm going to put this one on and try and just get it together for tonight. All right, same thing as before. All right, so now I'm going to lay it down on top of the drain pipe. I'm just going to put this in there for tonight. It's fine. I knew I was going to be. For tonight, we'll do that.
The next day.
We're going to check this and check for level. So look at this as close to level as possible. So this is that back corner or back side. This one's level. This one is just off a little bit. So I'm going to shim it. I got these plastic shims. Okay, so I've got the back corner over there shimmed. I've got this corner here shimmed, and everything is pretty much. The next step is going to be to put the concrete, or I'm using sand mix underneath. But before I do that, one of the other steps I have to do is I'm going to have to go through and drill through the flanges where the 2x4s, the studs are. All right, so now that I have that done, I'm going to pull everything up and I'm going to go get my sand mix. So after I had it spread, I went ahead and I put the base back in. And while the base is in place, before I did anything else, I want to walk around and sort of just level it out and make sure everything's good. So let's see how this thing is looking. Let's go this way first. Okay, it's almost dead on. I like that a lot. All right, let's check these. So I got level here. Let's see what I can do. Now, the nice thing about this base is that it is already angled. Like you can see, it's already going down towards the bottom. So I don't have to worry as much except for the sides. So I'm going to attach those, I'm going to attach all my screw points and I'm going to let it go. 1 3/4 inches flathead screw. You don't want to crack the flange. You just want to go and hold it tight. All right, and finally, the last thing I'm going to do for today is I'm going to get a crocodile cloth or something similar. And I want to just make sure all right, it's the next day. Actually, it's a couple days later because I went camping, but shower is great. So now what I need to do is I left this intentionally tall. And I need to trim it down to the correct height. So I'm going to go about, it needs to be about 3/4 to an inch. So I'm going to use my cutter. I'm going to just go around and circle right around there. Now this is, I have a copper piece inside, or brass, so I'm not worried about cutting through it. All right, the final part is putting this in. I got it down in there. It's going around it. Just a matter of working it down in. One more. Oh, there we go. All right, so I'm in, I'm down, and I'm around it. This is where the compression part of this comes in. Okay. So this is the compression part. We're going to put this on top, and we're going to turn this. I'm actually going to pull it back up for a second. Let's see if I can't push this one down a little bit more. I think that could go down. Right there. And the drain is in place. All right, so that's how I installed the shower pan for the shower. It is solid. Again, I have hardy board here because I have a chimney against it, and there's a breeze. There's air that comes down from the attic and from around it, so I wanted to block that. The next step is going to be to install the shower panel. So I got the Max U-Tile shower panel, and that's going to be the next video. I'm going to put that in here so you guys can see how I did that as well, but everything is ready to go. So hope that helps someone. Have a great day.